know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action than
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right, and he whips that one incomplete there. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
To Noah Fant. Touchdown.
Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for Josh Jacobs. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, It's Jacobs, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for runs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this carries into the end zone. A good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Damon Arnett up to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Jackson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Muse with it, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Intercepted.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's corralled but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Raiders' 33.
7-7, our score after one.
Of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
9-yard line.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Jackson will throw again. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Kelly's man, that's Tyrone Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
A gain of 8.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. He tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Complete to
Alberto Cuebuna, 77 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 33. It's a gain of 35. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Carr, he'll buy some time right. This from Carr to 6, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Jacobs. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. One more time with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. These guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
The ball carrier.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Carr. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tevin Coleman, his
advantage.
For the extra point.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And shutting him off. Now open field. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Take it in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but then just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back them up 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On play action, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Carr escaping the pressure right. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they got it well across midfield down to the 30 before it's all said and done. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out line to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another Nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase it.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Corey Littleton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Jackson. Left side completion to Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on third down, Jackson. It's caught, Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
Denver.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Broncos.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Judy. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown,
Philip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Sanders flushed out right. Got his open man, it's Carr. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's Carr. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able. Flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. It's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. On the read option, it's Mariota. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Once again, it's Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there,
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. That last drive that culminated a touchdown, they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
First down, Denver.
Here's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They're going with Lindsey. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game.
Albrecht Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Denver, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.